This is section 3.4. It's on adjacent angles and linear pairs. So basically what we've been doing is we've been looking at angles, how to name them, how to classify them. What we're going to do now is look at pairs of angles. So the first pair we're going to look at are called adjacent angles. Now, in general, the word adjacent just means next to. So look at angle 1 and angle 2. Wouldn't you consider those two angles next to each other? That's all adjacent means. Now, there's a checklist. For them to be adjacent angles, they need to share a common ray. And that's what they do. Angle 1 and angle 2 both have ray DB. That's the shared side or ray. They also need to have the same vertex, which they do. D is the vertex for both angles. And they can't have any common interior points. That just means the angles do not overlap. These two angles do not overlap each other. This is what adjacent angles look like. Are these adjacent angles? So they give you a pair of angles in each of these examples. Are these adjacent angles? No, for all of them. And we're going to talk about why. So the previous slide, that's what adjacent angles look like, angles 1 and angle 2. This is what adjacent angles don't look like. These are not adjacent. Angle 1 and angle 2 are not adjacent angles. Think about your checklist. They share the same vertex, but they don't share the same ray. Angle 1 uses these two rays and angle 2 uses those two rays. Also, you see how there's a space in between the angles? That's why they're not adjacent. So why are they not adjacent? They don't share a side. They don't share a ray. That's what the side of the angle is. Number 2, look at angle 3 and angle 4. These are not adjacent angles. How come? Well, angle 3 has a vertex here, and angle 4 has a vertex there. They don't share a vertex. Also, look at point R. Notice how point R is on the interior of angle 4? Well, it's also on the interior of angle 3. So there's common interior points there. Angle 5 and angle 6, they are not adjacent. They don't share anything. They don't share a vertex. They don't share a side. They don't even touch. Number 4, if you printed out the notes, this would be tougher to see because we use colors here. But we're talking about angle ABC, that's the blue one, and angle CBD. CBD? No, that's not what we want. We want angle ABD. So pretend it's angle ABD there. Need to fix that. That's the red angle. Is the blue angle and the red angle, are they adjacent angles? No. Notice how the blue angle is completely inside the red angle. They got the same vertex, they share a ray, but these angles overlap. Okay, so adjacent angles are next to each other. This is what they look like. This is the checklist that you need for them to be adjacent. These are examples of angles that are not adjacent.